In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Try that one, really? Okay. Sure. Oh, man. It didn't go through.
We will build a great wall along the southern border.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
Is somebody going to try to blackmail me with advertising? Blackmailing's money? Go f*** yourself.
That is one big pile of shit.
Welcome to Trump and Musk's batshit crazy corner. This is a new feature on the channel, as I'm expecting the right-wing pair to be regularly spewing out verbal bile in interviews and social media posts throughout Trump's upcoming presidency. I've given them their own slot so that we can keep up with their verbal detritus, and so far they've both failed to disappoint. And he hasn't even been sworn in yet. Yesterday, Trump was responding to reporters about the firefighters trying to tackle the multiple blazes spreading through Los Angeles having run out of water. In an atypical fashion, he quickly moved away from the topic in hand and engaged in a word salad and tried to falsely imply that the lack of water in California is somehow the fault of nature conservationists. Let's see what's happening.
On California, Mr. President, during the pandemic, you often said that you didn't believe that you should bail out blue states that you believe were being mismanaged. Given your criticism of Governor Gavin Newsom, are you willing to work with him, and do you believe that federal aid should be provided to California for as long as it takes?
Well, it's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing.
There's no water in the fire hydrants because it gets pumped into the Pacific Ocean to save a smelt.
Right.
I don't know if Donald himself is aware, but the Pacific Ocean isn't exactly lacking in water. It takes up 63 million square miles, which is 30% of the surface of the Earth, and contains 46% of the Earth's water, and is actually increasing, of course, due to global warming, something which Donald thinks is a hoax.
You know what the term is? Climate change. And it's all a big hoax.
But in fact is real, and is also the catalyst for the inferno that's spreading across California as we speak.
And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done. I got it done from the federal side, and he didn't want to sign it, but it's not going to happen again like that.
We're going to get that done, is all he has to say about it. No mention of how, though claims that Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign previous legislation, but a quick look at fact checkers says this is false, and in fact there is no such document as the one Trump thinks he's referring to. He also said in social media on Wednesday that Joe Biden is leaving him no money for FEMA. This is also false. Though FEMA's disaster relief fund was depleted last year by a series of major disasters, Biden signed a bill that approved $29 billion in new money for the disaster relief fund, although he asked Congress for $40 billion plus millions more in other new disaster-related funding.
There's no reason. Can you imagine? You have farmers that don't have any water in California. They have plenty of water. They don't have a drought. They send it out to the Pacific, and it's crazy.
You're the one who's crazy, man. On to Musk now, and the supposed richest man in the world has been trying to muscle in on UK politics all week, falsely accusing Labour MPs and Keir Starmer of shortcomings over immigrant grooming gangs, and going so far as to think that he, a South African living in America, can decide when elections should be held in our country on account of a poll he set up on Twitter. Not that I'm a fan of Keith or Jess Phillips, but Elon was talking out of his colon, and if anything, it was the Tories who failed to take action, though the entire subject itself is a propagandist far-right lie, as the vast majority of cases were committed by white UK citizens. 89% to be specific, which is higher than the proportion of white people in the entire population. The furore over the issue even led to a vote in the Commons last night, in which calls for a new inquiry was soundly defeated by 364 to 111. As I said, I'm not a supporter of Labour under Starmer, but this was probably the right way to go to show that our MPs won't be dictated to by a white supremacist keyboard basher from halfway around the world. Well, at least not all of them. So, that's some of the batshit crazy stuff we've been subjected to this week. If you want to know my take on Trump's annexation plans for Canada, Greenland and the Panama Canal, then check out the link above or go to the channel page, where there's also a members only video about how that also connects to climate change. That's all for now, but I'll see you next time on Trump and Musk's batshit crazy corner.
In Springfield, They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Really? Okay. Sure. Oh, man. It didn't go through.
We will build a great wall along the southern border.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
Is somebody going to try to blackmail me with advertising? Blackmail me with money? Go yourself.
That is one big pile of shit.
Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe and thumbs up buttons to help us out on the algorithm. You can now join the channel with a membership for just 99p with some great perks for you to enjoy, including exclusive content and early viewings, plus lots more. And you get to join the list of awesome people who support the channel that you can see on your screen right now. Hit the join button or follow the links in the channel description. If you'd like to make a one-off contribution, then please hit super thanks on the video or follow the link to our Buy Me a Coffee page where you can help to show solidarity and support the channel for just the price of a tasty hot beverage. All contributions are greatly appreciated. Thanks again everyone. My left eye will be seeing you soon.